Hi, Scott here. Happy Friday, the end of the week. NFP today, so always wary of the news. Now, there's lots on offer today to talk about, so I'm going to quickly whiz through my watch list and show you what I'm seeing, and hopefully give you some ideas and see if you're seeing the same as what I'm seeing. Okay, of course, this is early on in the day, so things may have moved on a bit by the time you see this, but let's get stuck in. Aussie yen. Okay, I'm going to sync here. Let's go here. Start with Aussie yen, and we have breakdown from the daily 50. It's been hanging around, slow downtrend, big breakdown yesterday due to weakness in the Aussie and strength in the yen, both together. So I'll look at the hourly chart now. We'll just zoom into the hourly. Oh, 5 minutes kind of crazy. Zoom in the hourly and continue that downward momentum. Hopefully we get another bearish day. And it looks like the pip snatch is the best option here. You could even use, you could even do a hyper trade if you wanted to. You could push this further. If we go back to the daily, we can see that it's basically free space down here, apart from maybe these lows here. Depends on how aggressive you are as a trader, and you'll be holding the position over the weekend, more than likely. Hyper trade being a 4-to-1, but the 1-to-1 pip snatch is good on a Friday to get in and out, take your profits, and then have a nice relaxing weekend. So Aussie yen, pip snatcher looking good. 1 hour 50 is looking pretty good as well if it does pull back soon. And try and get you 1-to-1 before the lows if you can. All right, it's got to go to Aussie Kiwi. Again, a big breakdown from these lows, but let's just look at the RSI on here. Okay, the RSI is very oversold. Right? We've been oversold for quite a while, but it's actually very deep now in the green, below the green. So that's, for me, that's a no-no. I wouldn't want to take this as a short trade, but the pip snatcher is still looking good. So I wouldn't take it because of the oversoldness, that's a word, of the daily, but otherwise that looks good for a pip snatcher short. CAD Swiss. This one won't be playing out for another 8 hours. It's setting up for another 8 hours or so. So breakdown below the support level and looking good to go short again. Is it oversold? Oh, just touching the oversold area. Again, the pip snatcher. It's not the best option. And it's been a nice downtrend. We've got a we've probably got a trend line here somewhere, haven't we? Yeah, must be a trend line here somewhere. There's lots of, yeah, about there somewhere. Doesn't really help us though. But pull back here, early 50 will probably catch up by the time it sets up in about 8 hours time or so. So that looks like a good option. CAD yen, again a breakdown. CAD is breaking down at the moment, as you can tell. So we've got a nice short, and the yen is very strong as well, a bit like Aussie yen. So looking for short today, we oversold. We're in the oversold territory again as well, so I wouldn't take that myself. If you're a more aggressive trader, you might want to take this as a pip snatcher short. Try and get sort this stuff on here. Try and get your 1-to-1 before the lows if you can. I certainly wouldn't want to be doing a hybrid trade when it's so oversold. Look at Swiss yen, another option. Again, yen strength broken down below this level, which is a pretty strong level. It's been holding it for quite a while. We're now broken below that. So that's looking good for a short trade today. I'm pretty sure it's oversold because it's been going sideways. Yeah, it's oversold. Looking good for short. I've got a kind of trend line here, which did get broken. And just to reset, there it's the 4 hour 50 and then reset the downtrend. We'll look at the MACD as well when you're doing your pip snatches. This looks pretty good, especially after the reset. Got a very good low there, momentum still to the downside. So pitch actually 1 to 1, 1 hour 50 is not too far behind. That is good for pullback. The only downside to this is we do have a lower low here, and then we've gone to a higher low. But we can say this is a complex pullback. Maybe it'll pull back to here again, do a double top, and then the pitch snatch will play out. So still an option. I'd keep it on the table to see how that looks in a few hours' time. Yeah, it's good. You're Aussie. Well, it's a big list to go through, isn't it? You're Aussie. Rejecting this line here very strongly yesterday on the daily 50. So bullish day, looking for bullish action today as well. So let's see how it looks on the hourly chart. Hourly chart. Okay, so we've broken above the 4 hour 50 as well as the 1 hour 50. So we either pull back soon and we get an IBOC, depending on how far it goes up before it pulls back. Pulls back now, probably not very good lineup. The 5382 with the 1 hour 50, so it's not great. You see a bit further. We might even keep going a bit further than that and give us a CBO. So either IBOC or CBO. I'll keep an eye on that one because that looks pretty good. Take it up to the highs. That could be a nice trade there. You're a CAD. Again, bullish strength yesterday. Give us some more bullish strength today. Are you overbought? Yes, we are very overbought. You can see here on the RSI. So probably the pitch snatch is the best way to go, but I wouldn't take it because of being so overbought. The RSI has been reset, gone below. Sorry, the MACD has been reset, gone below the 0 line. Looking for a pretty strong run out of here, and it's been really good momentum. So everything that's good apart from the fact the daily is overbought, and you can even say the RSI from this high to this high. Oh, the MACD, sorry, from this high to this high is slightly lower. So it's losing a bit of momentum over the longer term. So I'll turn on here as well, I can see, maybe here somewhere around there. So possibly a pitch snatch here, but keep in mind it is overbought. Let's go to euro dollar. Similar thing, we've got a bullish action yesterday. When we go on that side, it's this level here, which just above us is a level here, which is the recent highs over here and here. So it could be the level it's aiming for. Again, a pitch snatcher hasn't really pulled back yet. Didn't give us a pitch snatcher yesterday, didn't pull back, I don't think. So maybe a pitch snatcher today. MACD looks pretty good. Got some momentum there. Is the daily overbought? Oh, look at that. Oh, it's getting very close, but not quite there yet. So euro dollar could be a good pitch snatcher long. Pound Aussie. Again, bullish momentum yesterday. Just breaking through this level here. Probably nothing. There's a level there, which is actually this high here. This high. So there's a level here. And there's also this trend line as well, which goes way back. So there's a bit of room to the upside, not a whole lot. And a pitch snatch is the way to go here, I think, as well. Hasn't even had a breath since that big run up from yesterday sometime. Pitch snatcher, or even a CBO. The CBO looks good as well. Pivot and the 382 pullback line up perfectly with 1 hour 50 will be in, I don't know, 2, 3, 8, 4 hours. And the 550 is just behind it. So that could be a very nice CBO or a quick one-to-one pitch snatcher. CBO, I wouldn't take it. We've got that level in here, which we just looked at. And copy that from the daily, paste it into hourly, just up there, just got that, just where the R1 on the daily pivots is. So that could be a good place to take profits. 2%, that's still a very nice looking trade. So that's a good one. Keep an eye for that one. Pound CAD. Again, bullish strength from the pound yesterday, weakness from CAD. Canadian dollar, so looking for some more bullish action. We're in the overbought territory, so not looking too great there. Apart from that, though, momentum's continuing. MACD's looking good. and the pips ratio looks to be on, just a bit too overbought for me. Just keep an eye on that one if you're interested. Pound dollar, pound strength again yesterday, dollar weakness yesterday, and it's now a new level. So let's go a bit higher. Yeah, it's still at these highs here, which is just above this and this. So it's not still at these highs here. Maybe that's significant. No MACD divergence yet on the daily, so still got a bit of momentum there, and the other side not quite overbought yet, but very close. So a few things there to keep in mind, and push action maybe here. 1 hour 50's got a fair way to catch up. We've got another 7-8 hours before pound dollar is likely to set up for an entry. Maybe he's got too much to catch up, but we'll keep an eye on that one maybe if you're interested. Kiwi CAD. Lots of bullish momentum. Let's continue. We've got RSI, it's been overbought for a long time. MACD's looking really healthy, it's just not giving up its momentum, but it's looking very overbought. It could reverse at any time. So again, Fibonacci looks good. We've got the trend line in place there, follows 1 hour 50, that's a good factor. MACD looks good, just the fact it's rather overbought on the daily. QBN. Breaking down from this strong level, rejection 1, 2, ignored it there, 3, 4, at least 4 times, 5 times now. So maybe looking for a bit more downward momentum towards the daily 50. That anymore. So QBN looking like a short today, and it's broken through the 4 hour 50 as well, which is good. Just keep in mind that this has been going sideways. That's not really a great trade in that regard, but we do have lower high because that's a double top, but probably lower high because the close sections here and here. So we've got lower high, lower low, trend change to the downside, and broken to 4 hour 50. So CBO, the fib lines up well from the top to the bottom. That needs to go a little bit further down, which seems to be going that direction at the moment. Let's go down a bit further. That 1 hour will line up much nicer, and the 4 hour as well. And therefore, that could be a nice little trade down to the daily 50, like that one. Kiwi dollar. Kiwi dollar's going the other way. So Kiwi dollar's looking very bullish. We've had dollar weakness yesterday. And again, a quick pitch stature here. Although the 1 hour 50's got a long way to catch up, so maybe it goes a bit higher before we come back down. Don't want to see a double top. So it's not looking like a great setup, but just keep an eye on it just in case. Dollar Swiss, big bearish momentum yesterday. Let's continue today, broken through the support level, which is very strong. That's a good sign. Not oversold yet. Might do not giving us much. So looking for some more bearish momentum, and a quick one-to-one pitch that short. Dollar Swiss, another 8 hours before it sets up, but the 1 hour 50 is way behind, a lot of catching up to do. So that looks in about 10-12 hours, and see if that's still on. Dollar yen, and again with dollar weakness, yen strength, so we've got the possibility of a more bearish action today. Let's look at the hourly, and we have very bearish for the last day or so. We get ready for a pullback, need some kind of pullback sometime, and if it falls back to the daily pivot, last little pips actually short. 1 hour 50 is catching up, it might be okay for a trade later in the day. Momentum is looking very good. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, let me stop my video. So, quite a few things to keep an eye on there for today. Again, watch the news. Try and be out of the markets by close of the markets on Friday night, unless you like holding over the weekend. I wish you all the best. Have a nice weekend. I will catch up with you next week. If you're not a member of ProTrader, scottprotrader.com. There's a link below in the description. and sign up for some free training and workshops, and you will learn a lot and learn this amazing trade that will change your life if you stick with it and learn how to grab profits from the markets. I wish you all the best. I will catch up with you next week. See ya.